enable English, please. I'm stressed the fuck out. Um, I texted Vicki to let her know that I'm gonna be getting back to posting evidence on the internet. I think I have enough left on my card to buy one more coffee. I just checked it and I got something, and I think I had like $5 and I spent like two something. So there should be like $2 left, and that's enough to get a coffee. Let me show you how low I am on gas. I still got, well, let's put it down here so that it makes it look like there's a little bit more. Still not even close to a quarter tank, but better than nothing. Anyway, so Vicki just drove by right after I sent that message. She was driving her roommate's vehicle, so I think he was in with her, but I couldn't see him because it was dark. She was the one driving, so, obviously the sun was reflecting off of her. She was easy to see, but she didn't wave, she didn't stop, she didn't anything like that, so really, I think I'm going to have to, well, without somebody to help advocate for me, I can't go to anybody, which means the only options that I have to hopefully get my stuff back and hopefully here's the thing about throwing a bunch of resources and stuff in the direction you want. When I tell you what the safety risks are and what I'm afraid of, and you say that won't happen, and then you do those things almost immediately, how is that not supposed to give me anxiety? Now, it's kind of weird that Vicki didn't go through the drive-through. The only reason I say that, I'm not like sitting here stalking people at the drive-through or anything like that, but the parking space that I parked at, I can literally see everybody in front of me. Maybe she did go through the drive-through and I just didn't notice, but here's the thing. I'm not out here trying to hurt people. I'm not out here trying for no reason. When people don't keep their word, it doesn't matter how much effort they put in. When they don't follow through, I'm the one who ends up screwed, which sucks. Hopefully, I got more of the Schwartz genetics than the Bruins genetics. The Bruins family, they live for fucking ever. Holy Christ. My mom will probably live to 103. She'll be snorting coke in a nursing home at 102. It'll probably be the day they take away her coke that she ends up dead, because that might be the only thing keeping her heart going. Who knows? What I do know is that Vicki Raine did very much take advantage of me. I don't feel like she did it on purpose. But again, I'm dealing with somebody who is not willing to comprehend the situation. And rather than comprehending the effects for me of her not keeping her word, it's not just her. She's not the entire problem. And it's also not just me. I'm not the entire problem. The problem is the situation. With her disabilities, it would have been nice to know those things before I moved my stuff out of storage. It really would have. It would have been nice to know that before I invested a lot of money in the direction she wanted me to. It would have been nice if she hadn't promised. No, it's not beer. I quit drinking in 2001. Oh, oh fuck. A lot of times, Vicki, when she'd say, all right, it's all right for me to tell her about the crimes. And I'd start telling her about the crimes that happened and why they happened. See, this is important. What happened and why? What happened and why? Oh. But then, of course, the why is because of people doing exactly what Vicky's doing. So then I can't tell her why without her assuming that it's all about her. Let me tell you something. If I have 100 people tell me that they're going to listen to me and they all keep on talking over me in the first 5 minutes, I'm going to be afraid to speak to them again. When you want to push me and pressure me to do something that I know is against my best interest because I understand the circumstances, and I try to explain that to you, and you swear to me that that issue is not going to happen, then that literally happens. Yeah, I'm going to have problems trusting you. That's not a measure of hatred, and I'm trying to be patient and trust you because I don't have other options. But look at what trusting does. Meanwhile, they call me mentally ill and take away all my rights. So I have to trust somebody to not be a fucking piece of shit. I have to trust somebody to not be underhanded. Meanwhile, I have to trust strangers or people that I know who are underhanded. So fuck it. She's trying to push me to commit suicide. And of course, I'm supposed to feel sorry for her because we're only able to do it the way that she wants. The way that she wants is literally not getting anything turned in. It's not getting anything looked at. It's not getting my story heard. It's not getting it to where it needs to go. It's not getting it organized. It's not getting any of the computer stuff done. I'm fucking stuck in goddamn public still. And then, of course, the stuff that we could have gotten done in 2 days of actually focusing on it, she can't focus. She can't focus. So I have to understand that. I have to understand that she can't focus because of her personal issues and things that are going on in her life. But she's not understanding that I can't keep on redirecting my focus in all the directions that she wants. And if I'm working on something and she starts telling me about her own family and her own problems, then I'm not able to do what it is that I'm doing because I can't do that and listen to her at the same time. But it's a subservient situation. If I ask her to be quiet, could I have 5 minutes to finish this, please? That would be useful. When you're frustrated, your words don't come out right either. And that's the problem, is that instead of frustrating me by being an ineffective communicator, understand that you're only an ineffective communicator because you are an ineffective listener. That being an ineffective listener isn't you being a bad person. That doesn't mean you're a bad person. That's not me claiming that you're a bad person. But I can't be having people playing victim when they're not victims. You're not in danger of losing any of your shit because you didn't keep your word. I'm in danger of losing everything because you didn't keep your word. I like Vicki Raine. I really do. With a lot of people out here, I have to understand. That lady Candace who is out here, Yes, I understand that she is probably on drugs. I can see that she has probably not eaten in a good long while for quite a few years. I can also see that her son is fed. Her son is not skinny and scrawny and looks like he's been, well, and yeah, I'm glad to help him out. I'm glad they got food. They actually got good food last night, healthy food. And, well, it was probably about half junk food. And the thing of soda pop that she wanted was like $10. But you know what? That ought to last them at least a few days. I can't I can't put gas in my vehicle. I don't have enough. I think I have enough for one coffee. That doesn't allow me to do much. I'm stuck without an advocate here, stuck in the same parking lot, stuck with no resources, stuck. Stuck, stuck, stuck. None of these places that we need to call, the official places that should have been called, that she wanted to avoid, wanted to ignore. Well, I can't go to those places alone. That's what I needed her for. As far as the hospital goes, yeah, that's not who we should have spent an entire fucking week fucking around with. But that's the way that she wanted to do it. Since I'm subservient, I have to do it the way that you want it done. You've got control of all of my things. You've got control of my evidence. You've got 2 computers that are full of evidence over there. You've got all the stuff for my art supplies. You've got the tools so I can work on my car. You've got everything that I own that was in the storage facility is now over there. Now I have to, well, I got to wait until the end of the month to get it. I'm going to have to try to find a way to get that done. I'm going to have to find a way to survive till the end of the month and keep my vehicle till the end of the month. And then, of course, I got to make sure that I cover my ass as far as, well, I have to watch my ass for fucking retaliation for speaking up. I get that people don't like being posted on the fucking internet. Well, you know what? I was trying to get it into fucking court. I was trying to get it turned in to the people that it needs to get turned into and keep the recordings as a last-ditch fucking attempt. If all else fails, then put those recordings up, you know? If all else fails. Well, there's a OSP cop. Wonder what he's up to. He parked all crooked. Anyway, as far as the abuse goes, she didn't abuse me on purpose. It's not like she woke up this morning and said, I'm going to have a fucking panic attack over not keeping my word to Sean. Or I'm going to have a panic attack over Sean speaking up. Or I'm going to have a panic attack over Sean keeping evidence and showing evidence. The thing is, when she said that she was okay with it being recorded, well, I make sure it's recorded. With her not being okay with being recorded, but also me feeling very much as if I've been victimized, whether she did it on purpose or not is arbitrary. The important part is that it happened. Whether she did it intentionally or not, where the hell did I put my key? God, I'm useful, right? Fuck, my back hurts. Well, state patrolman left already. That was strange. He parked over by the drive-thru all crooked. Anyway, for me, while I'm stuck out here, there's 2 dogs, right? No, this isn't a which dog do you feed? I was about to make a reference, and then I realized that it really wasn't that good of a reference. But I guess it's as close as I can get it. I got two dogs, right? There's the working dog and the running dog. The working dog, that's the dog that's got a safe environment, peace and quiet, can sit down with his evidence and work on it. Now we got the other dog. See, the dog that's got to run. He's got to run this place, and he's got to run to that place, and he's got to run and do this and run and do that. And before he can turn in any crimes against him, he's got to run around like a chicken with his fucking head cut off, making a bunch of other people happy who aren't going to keep their word. A bunch of people who are just going to argue. Well, that's not safe. That's not safe for me. It's not safe for me to go to somebody for help, for them just to argue, for them just to talk over me. And then there's my safety issues that are, well, now exponential because of somebody making a rookie mistake of not listening to the victim. See, in order for me to get this done, I have to have someone who will turn it in with me. How am I going to do that when you're having panic attacks about nothing? I don't have panic attacks about nothing. All my panic attacks are for a reason. When you have panic attacks about nothing, literally nothing at all, well, it makes sense to take medications for that. It really does. If you have allergies and you live in an area where your allergens are all over the place, it takes a man to admit when he's wrong. Well, I'm not wrong. If you're allergic to something in your environment, Benadryl will probably help. Or some form of antihistamine. If you've got an infection, yeah, antibiotics will probably be what you need. But you're not going to give somebody antibiotics for being schizophrenic. You're not going to give somebody lithium for an infection on their leg. That's the problem with you guys. You got all of your ideas and assumptions, and before I can get even started with you, we have to get rid of your assumptions. Anyway, I mean, what do I do in this situation? I try to not get arrested, not get harassed, and not get any of that going on between now and the 1st. And then on the 1st, hopefully I'll find somebody to call in with me so I can safely go retrieve my things. Between now and then, I got to try to come up with money to make sure that my vehicle is legal. If I lose my vehicle, the evidence doesn't matter. If I lose my evidence, my vehicle doesn't matter. Either one of those two are a life ender for me. Vicki knows it. When you do something to someone knowing the consequences for them, knowing that it harms them, and yet you do it anyway, knowingly, willingly, intentionally, I do speak up. Kind of like I spoke up when people were threatening to kill me, but none of my friends cared. It's not that these threats weren't happening, it's that nobody fucking cared. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Bitch, I am fucking piled up to here in bullshit that you are going to tell me to let go. The more you tell me to let go, the more abuse I fucking take. Stop ignoring abuse, you dumb son of a bitch.